Hello again. I'm at the bottom of Barn Park. Little seating area here. And they've been around at the weekend and cleared all this off, all the growth. And around the edges too, I'll show you in a sec, all the stuff that was growing up alongside there. Lovely. And I believe that was the Guerrilla Action Garden Group. Smashing. So it is, unfortunately, a windy one today. Hopefully not going to have any problem with the rain, but definitely wind. About 20 odd miles an hour. Not ideal. Never mind though, we'll manage. And hopefully I'm meeting up with a fellow YouTuber again today. Danny, or Daniel. I'll tell you all about him when I meet him. But he said, could he meet up with me? So I said, yeah, sure. Anyway, we're going to start off straight away with a lovely photo from David sent in. Round about here. This is 85 or 86. Here we go. Yay! Crossover. Absolutely smashing. Thank you very much for that, David. And I've got another one of yours to come very shortly. Brilliant. Now I've arranged to meet up with this chap at the start of the Seawall at 11 o'clock. So all goes to plan. Should be exactly on time. Lovely. God, those conkers are getting massive now. Won't be long till they're falling off. Crazy. And there's a little one that's fallen off already. So what's the plans? Well, as you know, on windy days, I don't tend to go too far. It's probably the worst weather for filming because of the noise. So I'm not really sure how far I'm going to go, but I'm just going to head down as far as Spray Point, hopefully. And hopefully I'll meet this chap. And I don't know quite how much he wants to be involved with the video. I mean, he's welcome. I've got the microphones on me if he wants to be mic'd up and chat. Or if he just wants to come around with me, I don't know. We'll find that out shortly. But either way, all good. All good. Right, now this is one from John. I want you to imagine you're stood in there and behind that garage. Up the top there, in that little triangle area there, and you're looking down at the road here and that wall, and there's a gate in it, and a picture speaks 1,000 words. Here we go. Lovely. Now I think I've done that one before in the past, but not that coloured version. So that's a lovely picture, and that one was from John. Smashing. Cheers, John. Much appreciated. There's some Lido bunnies still there. Oh, baby bunny. Whee! They're breeding like rabbits. Crazy. And of course we just stick our nose on the observation deck. Five times zoom in the wind. Fairness, not too bad actually. After all my worrying about the wind today. At least it's not raining though. At least it's not raining. How quiet it's been. But that's the weather for you. That's the weather. Quick shot that way. To capture that train. Lovely. There he goes at Spray Point. Excellent. Right, head down, see if we can meet this chap now. Lovely. Well, guess what? I met him. Lovely. Here he is. This is
everyone.
Danny. Danny has a YouTube channel, which is
Danny's Walks and Exploring.
And that is linked now across the bottom and up the top, so you can click on that and get to his channel. And he's got just under 600 subscribers, so hopefully a couple of you will tip him over the 600. Lovely. And he's got some Teignmouth stuff coming up as well, haven't you? Or this area, yeah, Devon.
I'm doing some filming a bit later.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. So do check that out and bookmark him or subscribe to him and check him out. Lovely. Anyway, he's going to be joining me now for a bit of a wander along here and join in with what I'm doing. Lovely. Right, I want you to look at that. Imagine there was a load more of them going along. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? And not only would there be more of them, there'd be a 125 as well. Here we go, from David. Smashing. Now I've got an exact date for that. That was taken on my birthday, 1st of August, in 1985. So I'm not sure what I was doing that day, but if I'd been down here, I'd have seen that train. Lovely. And it's the first train of the day. What could be better? Whee! Lovely. And Danny's just telling me about what he got up to yesterday. He went from...
It was from Brixham all the way to Kingswear along the coastal path. It's just over 9 miles. The weather when I first set off was a bit rainy, but I persevered and it turned out to be a really, really lovely day. So I'm glad I did it.
And that's uploaded, and I'm going to have a look at that when I get home. So smashing. That's one. So he's going to be doing some filming this afternoon around Teignmouth as well, so look out for that. Excellent. And the toot behind me suggests a happy train, which is always good to see, isn't it?
Happy train!
Yay, lovely. I've got a sneaking suspicion Danny was waving behind me at that train, hence its happiness. But I'm not complaining whatsoever. Lovely. And here we go, wandering along, you see, chatting away. And before we know it, we've hit Spray Point. So, best pop in, get Rufus out of the way before we do anything else. But train first, of course. Rufus will have to wait. All together, 3, 2, 1, happy train! And into Rufus Land. A few quiet tweets in the distance. There we go, breakfast with a fat ball. And his little feeder's well stocked, lovely. Plenty on the floor, but not a dicky bird in sight. Never mind, let's carry on. Going to walk along here now and have a discussion about some pictures sent in by Arthur when we get to where we want to be. And I've also got a picture from John, which is lovely then and now as well. Train right in the distance there, came out the tunnel, but I won't be able to film that, I don't think. Now, as we know, we stand here on a semi-regular basis and we look along the wall there and we carry on, go past the Carson and the Clark, and we look into the distance. And sometimes we can see lots, sometimes we can't. Because you've got Exmouth over there, by where the wave walker is. If that's in shot at the moment, I really can't tell on the phone. And Arthur was staying at the Cavendish Hotel a while ago. And he looked back at Teignmouth. And here's what it looks like looking back at where we are from the Cavendish Hotel in Exmouth. Lovely to see that view in reverse. Absolutely smashing. Well, we're there somewhere in the distance. And before we leave the Cavendish Hotel, a couple of shots from the window, looking down at the view from the Cavendish Hotel in Exmouth, right there on the seafront, looking back at Teignmouth. Ideal, ideal. Anyway, that wall has been there for many, many years, unsurprisingly. There we are. And here it is many, many years ago. Smashing. That's another one from John. Much appreciated, mate. Many thanks indeed. Lovely. Now, I just started filming after it had tooted, which was a shame. And there we go. Lovely jubbly. Danny told me, happy train. I couldn't hear a thing. He heard it though. Younger ears, lovely. Heard that though. And it was the train bow, wasn't it? That's smashing. And into the tunnel. Bye bye. Just showing Danny the plane, which is of course still stuck here.
Still
Lovely.
here.
As we approach on the counters, as there's two of us, we'll be counted twice. Lovely. Bloop, 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 bloop. There we are, smashing. And of course, as it's Tuesday, Salted Dog is closed for business. That's the only day it's closed though. So do pop along if you're down this way, smashing. And unfortunately, that's Danny's hat just blown off onto the tracks, and being responsible, not gonna go and retrieve it. He's gonna get another one. R.I.P. little hat. I'm not sure it'll become a landmark, so it'll blow away. But there we go. That's a shame. One, two, five, and the phone wouldn't come on. Nightmare. Whee! He tooted as well. Just missed him. We've actually had quite a few happy trains today, but I've only started filming after they've tooted, which is a shame, but that's life. And I've just met Sandra and John from Teignmouth, who watched the videos, wanted to say hello. I offered them to pop into the video. They said, no, thank you. That's fine, no problem at all. Just glad to have them on board. Lovely to have met you. Thanks ever so much for saying hello. Oh, look at that. See, I started filming anyway, and around the corner comes a train. Ideal. Ideal. Let's zoom in 5 times. Will we hear a toot? That's Spray Point. Was that one?
No, can't hear it.
So the wind's blowing in the wrong direction, see? See him blow my phone around. Nightmare. Squeaky, squeaky. Very squeaky. Ah ha ha. Hopefully soon be out of the wind. Back at a little nook and cranny over there where the wind doesn't come through. There we are, I'm off the mics now. And Danny's gone back up the wall to do his own video, which is lovely. And he brought me a lovely little present, which I'll talk about when I get out of the wind. So he brought me a bag from Hereford Cathedral, which is of course, where he comes from, Hereford. And inside is this lovely fridge magnet, smashing, and a lovely little Hereford Cathedral bear. So that's lovely. Thanks for that, mate, much appreciated. Lovely. And with that, we'll leave the breeze behind and start heading up home. And there we go. Thank you ever so much to Danny for joining me on the walk and for the lovely gifts. Smashing. Nice to have a bit of company. Lovely. And to David and Arthur and John and anyone else I've forgotten to mention, and the subscribers I met. And thanks for sending those pictures. Smashing. Hopefully I'm up with Andy tomorrow. Yay! He's feeling a bit better. So I'm going to get over to Dawlish. We'll play that by ear though. See you then. Take care. Thanks for joining me. Bye.